Hello, my name is Miguel Neves and I am the editor-in-chief of EventMB. And I want to take a few moments, if you don't mind, for me to do a recap of what we've been focusing on at EventMB this week and a preview of what's coming up. As always, let us know what you like, what you don't like, and what we're missing. I think it's always important for us to understand what you are looking for when you read EventMB and when you check out any of our stories. The items that I will talk about are listed in the post, so please do check them out and click on the links. And I want to start by our next virtual event, which happens next Wednesday, the 28th of April. It's a 3-hour event called the Event App Bible Live Ask the Experts. And this is an event that we've put a lot of work into, and I hope that you consider joining us. We're expanding on what was the Event App Bible 2021 report, the hybrid edition, and we have a number of experts coming to talk to us about event apps and mobile event technology and what that looks like in this hybrid world that we're heading towards at the moment, with so many events becoming hybrid all over the world. I'd like to highlight some of the sessions that we're having. We're covering a lot of different topics, but we're looking at how event apps can support COVID-safe events. We have 2 speakers for that session, Jennifer Brisman from Wow Health and Laura Bernstein from Clear, coming to talk to us about COVID-specific event applications, not event apps in the general sense, but very specific for allowing vaccinations to be proven or tests, etc. for events. So hopefully that is something that'll be of interest. We also have Sam Smith coming to talk to us about hybrid event experiences. Sam is someone I've known for a long time, and he's been looking at hybrid events for a really long time, so really looking forward to that. We have Taylor Estes talking about communication and connection through apps at events. Looking forward to that. We also have Pierre Metraillet from SpotMe talking about the business case for year-round engagement on event apps, something that we've been talking a lot about, so I'm looking forward to that session as well. We have Sean Kanungo, a futurist and event technologist, coming to give us a little bit of what he expects event tech to look like beyond 2021. We also have Rasmus Beck-Hansen from Airfinity giving us an update on vaccinations and how they're progressing, which I think is on top of everybody's mind at the moment in terms of going back to live events, and especially in the US and the UK as well, where the vaccination has been going pretty swiftly. We're looking forward to some updates there and his perspectives or his expectation of when vaccines can really enable us to go back to full-on live events. Also, we have Michael Buckley from Cadence, who's talking about event personalization and the opportunities around personalization in event apps. We have Lizzie Williamson providing some great breaks for us, which I think is always really welcome for these longer events to make sure we keep everybody's attention. Brent Kruger is going to be joining us talking about the choice that hybrid events give attendees, and that is a really important topic as we try to market and monetize hybrid events. We're also having Dalia Alcazar coming to us to talk about sponsor ROI and how event apps can really help with that. And last but definitely not least, we have a client panel featuring Abby Cannons, Andrei Sholovinsky, and Tess Vismali. They're just talking about how clients are selecting mobile event technology. And I think that's something that we're all curious about and we can learn from each other. So make sure you sign up. Even if you can't join us for the full event or can't join us at all, sign up and then you get access to the recordings on demand. It is on Wednesday, the 28th, this next Wednesday, from 11 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be doing a post-event clubhouse talk after that as well. So 11 Eastern that starts. That is, let me think, 5 p.m. Central European time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. But check out the website and you have all the information there. So a quick recap of the stuff we've been covering this week, which has been a pretty busy week. We started off talking about 365 community engagement, what that could actually look like for events. And we've been interviewing a lot of the major app providers and asking them about this community engagement year-round and how that really could work, and if it's a bit different now because of the pandemic. It's something that we've been talking about for a long time, and it's just a great topic to cover and to see if there's possibilities around that. And thank you for watching on LinkedIn. I can see your comments, so I'm glad I got the time zone conversions right. That's not always easy, but it's always fun to try. We also talked about on Tuesday what the Texas reopening, the mask mandate that is no longer mandatory across the state of Texas, and what that teaches us about mask mandates. And that's a really interesting article because in practice it looks like a lot of events, or most events in Texas, still have mask mandates, whether they're mandated from the city perspective or from the property perspective. So a lot of business in practice is still using mask mandates, but there was a loss or some cancellations due to the perception of Texas being perhaps less safe, particularly in the medical field. So that's an interesting story, and I'm sure we'll have some more developments. This week, just yesterday, was Earth Day, and the day before we had a guest post from Fiona Pelham about why the event industry can no longer ignore climate change. And that is a very powerful post about just how the event industry has a responsibility to really drive some of that change and drive some of those conversations as an industry that, through many different reasons, can be quite pollutant and can be unsustainable when not, when measures are not in place to make events sustainable. There is a flip side to that, which is events making that communication difference. So have a read of that. I think it's a really interesting post, and hopefully you'll find it interesting, and it'll be a part of the conversation around sustainability, which I think is really important. And just yesterday, we released the Evia platform review. It's something that we do in EventMB. We review different platforms. Have a look on our website. The Evia platform does a lot of different things, and it's really about creating an amazing visual and experience from a virtual perspective. So have a look at the review. I think we went into quite a little bit of detail about the advantages and sponsorship opportunities within the platform. So it's worth considering if you're looking for a new platform. Next week, I can share with you that we are publishing some interesting posts about Evia, a company that has has been able to secure funding, but has done it through Black community. The Black community, a lot of the people doing the funding, a lot of people who help to raise money are Black event professionals or Black investors. And it really has something to say about diversity, equity, and inclusion, about how companies can really do this going forward. So look out for that post coming on Monday. I think it'll be really, really interesting. That's written by Kenisha Williams. And I'm also working on a post around forced adoption of apps, if that is possible or even desirable. And we're also looking at e-gaming for one of our upcoming posts and what we can learn from e-gaming in some respects. So that's what we're working on. Hopefully you'll find that little preview interesting, and it'll lead you to more reading and more conversations around those topics. As always, head to www.eventmb for all our latest content. And hope you had a great week, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Don't forget, Event App Bible Live, Ask the Experts. That's on Wednesday, the 28th. Please do join us for that. See you soon.